So we did a Genmo AI video quite a while ago, and since then there was quite a bit of update. The interface has changed slightly, and also there are a few features that have been added. So I'm going to get straight into it. Here you can describe your video, and I've already created a prompt, and it says a sleek red BMW navigates a desert road, kicking up dust behind it while the sun sets in a fiery blaze on the horizon. Now, this has been created with Perplexity AI, and you can actually program Perplexity AI. You can create a bot so it will respond, the way that you want it. So you can sort of give it parameters to respond to. Um, so once your prompt is in, you can actually change a bunch of the details. So down here, there's settings, and you can change the aspect ratio over here just by tapping on that. So you can go from 16:9 to 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, and 9:16. So we're going to use that 16:9, and then you can change the duration of the video, and you can increase the motion, and for more detail, you want this number to be higher, and for more stability, you want this number to be lower. And given the nature of my prompt, I'm going to just increase this to, let's say, 85, and then you can also specify how many videos you want to have generated here. And then you have the camera motion, which is an additional setting. The zoom, roll, pan, and tilt, you can have all of these options on auto, and if you don't understand them, there are little prompts to help you understand exactly the movement of these camera motions. So zoom out medium, zoom out large, zoom out small, no zoom, zoom out small, zoom in, then medium. And then the roll, we want to keep no roll at all. Then also the tilt, this is the panning of the camera to from left to right. Okay, and we're going to leave those exactly the way that is. That's cool. Then you have special effects preset. So you can have nothing. So on these videos that I have created, there are no preset sort of effects here. Okay. So you can change them if you want to, but it's always best to experiment and see how these things actually come out. And then right at the bottom, I will show you a little bit later, we've got a randomizer, but for now we're going to tap on submit. Now, while this is submitting, I want to show you a few of the extra features that have been released most recently. So this will take a few minutes, and it'll use quite a large amount of your CPU. So if you are running other programs, it will make everything just a little bit slower. So on the left hand side, you've got labs, and once you open labs, you've got animate, and this is the ability to create GIFs. And then you have the Genmo chat. Now I'm going to go into this Genmo chat, and I'm going to open, we'll open that as well at a later stage. So here we've got the Genmo chat. So I think the Genmo chat is awesome. It's a creative copilot, and you have 4 options. So you have the copilot option here, okay, and here you can create new images, you can generate a video, you can animate an image, which will be a GIF, and then you can edit an existing image. So once you sort of know what you want to do here, you can then use one of these commands, right? You can also go straight into describing an image, and then you have aspect ratio down here, and then you also have the image count as your additional options, and then you have the video generation, and again aspect ratio and the video count and your GIF. Also, you've got the exploration, the dynamism, and the length. So you can go and define all of these things, and if it loops or not loops, whatever it is that you would like. So this is a great feature. So just for example, over here it says you can generate a video, generate 2 videos of rhinoceros skiing. Okay, so you can actually use that prompt just for example purposes. We're going to copy and paste that in there. And once you hit enter, you can see that it acts literally just like a prompt. So that is the prompt. It acts just like a chatbot. Okay, so there's the two videos there. There are the captions. If you click on that, it'll open it up. And it says a white rhino skiing down a snow-covered mountain wearing ski goggles and poles, right? That's great. And this one is a black rhino skiing across a frozen lake at sunset, kicking up snow behind them. All right, so that's great. And here they are starting to generate. Now, this is a decent amount of generation. However, it is still busy, so let's just give that a second. We're going to jump back into our first page and see if this has completed yet. It does give you a notification, and you can see that this is a pretty decent amount of detail for the video, right? It's got the logo, it's got the badge, it's a left-hand drive. You can see sort of what model vehicle it is. This is not as accurate. There's a lot of change in the actual body of the car. But what I have noticed is that the more complex your commands become, the better your videos are. So what I mentioned earlier on is this randomizer. So once you click that, right, it's a logo of 2 die, and you can see here it gives you a random command. So it says sleek, futuristic cityscape with flying cars, cyberpunk aesthetic, digital art. Now, this is something that I didn't add into my original command when I did this BMW. So this is sort of, the first part of your command, but then you sort of got to start styling it, right? And you can also add in prompts like no extra no deformities, no extra wheels. Maybe if you're doing people, no extra limbs. So you can also define what you would call negative prompts within this prompt over here. So we're going to just say submit and see what comes up. So let us jump back to that chat, and here you can see our 2 videos have generated, and this is what they look like. Very slow moving, and that's great. Again, you want to put in as much detail as you want to when you are creating these prompts. So you can, and now once you're sort of done with these videos, you can actually download them. Okay, so these ones here, you need to upgrade your Genmo package, which is the turbo, which means you get extra credits, which they call fuel. But if you want to go into these generations that you have put up, these guys you can share them. You can also just view them in a new tab, so that'll be full screen. And then you can also download them into MP4, and it will come with the watermark. If you join Turbo, the watermark will be removed, but you do own the rights to that video, so it is yours. So if you are using it commercially, you can actually use it, without having any copyright infringements. These oaks are done now, so now we can see what this sort of looks like. And again, it had a little bit more detail, not too much more, but it did have an extra element, an extra layer of detail that you can obviously see in it. It looks pretty good, and this one as well. It looks pretty good. There's no sort of deformities or anything like that. On the left-hand side, there is a little bit there, but yeah, we get the point. We need to use these tools and practice with them so that we can improve our results.